Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Libra, this is your full moon lunar eclipse reading that's taking place in Capricorn. So this reading is going to take us from July 5th until August 3rd. And this is the cathartic end to eclipse season, and it is going to demand a release. So we're breaking up systems that no longer work for us and making way for something much better. Right now, personal sensitivities are likely outweighed by more pressing concerns of the collective. But with this eclipse opposite the sun and Vesta, the asteroid goddess of hearth and home, in Cancer, it's important we give ourselves and each other the safe and sacred space to embrace our feelings. All right, Libra, so let's go ahead. Before we get started, I'm just going to remind you guys that I do have in the description box all of the tarot decks that I use, tarot and oracle decks listed in order of appearance with links if you guys want to check those out. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages. It looks like that Three of Pentacles wants to come out for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers are welcome, and really any placement that you might have. If you were drawn to this message or to the title of this reading, then this reading is for you. What a very powerful time, Libra. I have my Mars in Libra, which is kind of interesting, as we also have Mars moving home into Aries and stationing there for a while. Keep a lookout for those readings as well that I'll be doing for each of your signs. Messages for Libra for this full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn. So in case you guys are wondering, this is the vice versa deck, so I'm not reading reversals, okay, because they do have a front and a back, which essentially achieve the same, although the meanings of these cards do differ slightly than what we're used to. Okay, Libra. Wow. Nice. I like this energy because there's a bit of confusion, right? But it ends in making a very powerful choice. Now, your overall energy is beautiful. This is the Six of Swords. This is Mercury in Aquarius. As many of you guys already know, we are in Mercury in retrograde, so you hear a lot of, especially if you listen to a lot of readers, stumbling over their words and kind of complaining about miscommunications and foibles. But Mercury retrograde is a time to really go over any sort of issues, feelings, past hurts, disappointments, relationships, things that trigger you, and really get that healing and the closure. Okay, so it's not a time of moving forward, go, 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 achieve goals. It's a real time to pull back. But what's absolutely beautiful about this Six of Swords is I'm really feeling a sense of healing here for my dearest Libras. This healing comes in the form of support. So this could either be support from your spirit guides, from your angels, ascended masters. It could be family members, lovers, friends. But most of all, this is spiritual support that you have on this journey for finally moving out of those troubled waters and into a more peaceful space, whether that's internally or whether that's an actual physical move. So that could entail a job change. It could be some of you are moving house. It could be just, letting go, releasing some of the pains and the heartbreaks and the systems and the structures that really had you anchored in a negative space or in panic mode, and moving into this really nice sort of breath of fresh air, calm, peaceful space. But that's going to have to come within before we can see that reflected in the outside world. Libra, I see you guys really contemplating this. You have the Eight of Swords, which is Jupiter and Gemini. But this could be your energy as well, Libra. We have a lot of air energy showing up here. We have the Eight of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords, and we have the Six of Swords. All right, all of that could be your Libra energy, or maybe you have other air placements, or maybe you're dealing with people who have a lot of air in their charts as well. But the Eight of Swords is interesting because it's about looking at what holds you back. This eagle, again, I really feel like this is that eagle coming to your rescue. It's that divine support. Some of you, I'm just picking up on the eagle being scorpionic energy. And for some of you guys also, I just got this message with the Scorpio imagery, a phoenix rising from the ashes. And then this phoenix rising from the ashes and sort of represented here by this eagle and its sort of final spin before it achieves what it was meant to. And that's a really awesome, awesome message, you guys, that I just got. Because this eagle is coming to sort of take the 3D you, Libra, and liberate you from thoughts, systems, ways of being, ways of communicating, etc., that have been holding you back. Because the Eight of Swords is that worst case scenario. It's that overanalysis paralysis. It's making things out to be much worse than they really are. All she has to do is wriggle free from these ties that bind. And this eagle is coming to sort of give her this bigger picture to really help her on this journey. And this is you, Libra. Now, the next card out is, how do you project yourself to the world? Well, here we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. More explicitly, it's Saturn and Taurus. And this is all about making an assessment. This is all about waiting. It can be a little frustrating and things might look a little bit grim. But Spirit's really telling me here to have the faith in the process, and that things are going on underneath the soil, okay, that are going to make this all worth it. It's about introspection. It's about taking a look at, where you invest your time, your energy, your love, your money, and your resources. But it's also, this farmer, he's been through many different harvest seasons. So really recognizing where you are in the cycle of life. And there, I'm still getting that Scorpio image of, this death, rebirth, harvest. If this tree bears no fruit, what do? You wait it out because you know that there's another cycle coming. But I think this is just what you're thinking, how you're projecting yourself, because the truth of the matter is very different. Now, you have 2 sevens coming out in this reading, and the 7 is, and lots of birds and fish. Might be significant for you guys, but 2 sevens coming out in the reading is 77 is the master number. This is the number of the yogi, of the mystic. This is surrendering to spirit. This is a very, very spiritual journey, Libra, that you guys are on. Now, the next card out is what's blocking your desires and your goals. This is the Page of Cups. It could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. It could be somebody younger than you, or you could feel like your responsibilities with your children don't allow you enough time, or something along those lines. But for a lot of you, there needs to be some of this mental focus. So during this eclipse season, one of the things that's been happening is we've been getting these upgrades to our crown chakra and lots of purging. And so we're getting enhanced spiritual and psychic gifts. But with this person is a younger person, and it may represent an aspect of yourself or your emotional body that's a little bit hesitant to really trust and to dive deep into these waters. They're nervous. They're anxious. He likes where he's standing. He's just getting a little bit wet. But you can see here that his cloak is protecting him. But what's beautiful is his cloak is this water. So he is this energy, but he just doesn't quite realize that yet. All right, and then he has this fish jumping out of a cup, but there's a little bit of a lack of focus here. There's a need for him to really take a look at the meaning of this fish, his psychic abilities, his emotions, pay attention to them, develop them, put it in your mouth and swirl it around for a while. Not necessarily the fish, but if there's something in the cup that's worth doing that. But you know what I mean? To really sort of get a feel for it and really take the time to go in deep. Okay, So, you know, I feel like some of my Libras, you're like, ugh, I'm okay here on the periphery for right now. I don't want to leave my comfort zone. But then with Mars moving into Aries and this eclipse season, Mercury retrograde, we're almost being forced to. All right, so just, you know, take that dive, Libra. The next card out is, what do you need to do to overcome any obstacles? Wow, this is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is somebody who's all about action. He's fierce. He has very directed action and communication. He will cut down anyone and everything to get to his goal. This sword here is that communication with spirit. It's alignment, so his actions and his words are completely aligned. Him and his horse, they both have these red blood-stained clothing that they're willing to fight for what they know is authentic and true. Okay, so really going all in, Libra. Now, the next card out is what you can do within in order to help you achieve your goals. We have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, so you do have a bit of water coming out in this reading. And the Seven of Cups is Venus in Scorpio. This is that scorpionic energy I was picking up on here in the first card. Venus in Scorpio is actually quite beautiful. It's about one of my, I can't remember what her name is, and I have to look it up because I always reference, she says this is a dump truck load of blessings that are coming your way, and I just love that imagery. But there is a need here. Okay, this person is actually blind, and he's making the choice that's best from him by really getting in touch with that inner guidance. Libra, you've done this before. You have been this farmer for many, many lifetimes, but you do need to quiet the noise. You do need to limit the distractions, not choose which one is prettiest, not choose which one glitters the most, but which one that your inner wisdom guides you to choose that is best for you. There's a need here. You can see though that this page, you know, it's not the same person, but now this person has entered this, you know, this lake, has gotten waist deep in the water because they're starting to embrace what they need to do, this deep dive. Okay, so it's really, really nice energy. Now, what you can learn from the outside world, or what you need to know, I love this. I absolutely love this depiction of the Hermit card. This is Virgo energy. Virgo is the number 9, so number 9 is also really telling me that there's this need for patience, right? The human gestation period is 9 months for a reason, for the body, for the human body to adjust to the changes that are not only happening internally, but also this new life that's going to spring forth. And this is the same for you, Libra. Now, the Hermit card on the other side here is holding this staff with this snake, his serpent wrapping around the staff, which for me indicates a lot of healing. And he's shining his light on the cosmic egg of knowledge. But these two serpents, they recognize each other because they are one. On this side of the staff, the Hermit has it, we're seeing the backside, and here we have this cosmic egg. This is a huge blessing coming from this full moon, and you can see Luna, or the moon goddess, smiling down on the Hermit. She's inviting him to put down this lantern and use her light to guide him, to use his intuition, but also the moonlight to guide him to find his true purpose, to find what is the best thing that he needs to do. She has sent him her 2 dogs, okay? And these 2 dogs are welcoming him. They're protecting him. Again, we see that help coming to you in a lot of different forms, and that you are divinely supported on this journey, Libra. And again, we have another bird, that gift of sight, okay? Being able to see things that you can't quite see, sending your messenger these prayers up to heaven and having them be answered. What a nice reading. And then Libra, then you get, you know, the best of the best. You get the Lover's card. And the Lover's card is, this is a divinely blessed union. For some of you, this whole reading might resonate as pulling, as attracting a soulmate or a twin flame. You might be doing this currently in the dream space. Some of you may have already met this person, or you may be doing this in the 5D. But for others of you, this is all about finding that internal balance and finding your soul's purpose here. Okay, and that's absolutely beautiful, and it's healing, and it's a journey that's taking you to a much better place. Okay, and this great awakening, you know, with the snake energy, I think Kundalini awakening. Some of you might be working with Kundalini energy, and definitely you guys are working. You guys, I'm picking up on my Libras as being very, you know, very interested in energy work and in healing. All right, so let's go ahead and pull another message for Libra. What messages do my Libras need to hear? All right, you guys get Cosmic Flower. I love this. The frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. Yeah, some of you guys are coming into the realization that, you know, you've done this before, but you know where home is. A lot of you guys are recreating home within, and that's giving you the strength and the courage to move out of this negative energy. Wow, some of you guys are starseeds and you're coming into the information about who your collective is. And for some of you, you might be attracting soulmates and twin flames, but more than anything, you're attracting your soul tribe, other members of your collective. Remember, that can come in the form of pets, familiars, right? Animals, people, friends, coworkers, lovers, family members. All right, and then you get the solar plexus chakra. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. Libra. And remember, all of the work that you guys are doing is affecting not only me, but everybody, the collective, everybody that you're energetically attached to. So this awakening, this healing, this union, this balance, this alignment, Libra, some of you do, but you don't realize how great it is, not just for you, not just for your family, not just for your loved ones and your friends, your community, your country, but for Gaia herself as well. Okay. Beginnings, number 2. I love it. New beginnings, brand new beginnings. You know, here we see him a little bit hesitant, but Spirit's saying, go ahead, walk through that door. The gateway is open. The gateway is open. And then you get discernment, number 10. I love that because I do feel like this is that Libra energy. I just saw Moon in Libra, which is the 2 of Swords as soon as this popped out. I saw that in my mind's eye. That's you not wanting to jump into something. You're not sure how deep the water is. So if you take a dive, will you hit your head? You know, will you hurt your neck? That sort of thing. So again, it is important to be discerning, but what I do love here is just like the Justice card, okay, which is your major arcana card, we have her eyes covered. Cut through these nebulous clouds, okay? Use your logic, intuition, but there are certain things that you will have to just use your intuition for, just like we see this blind man in that lake, okay, making a choice. Libra, what a nice reading. This is a very nice reading. All right, let's get some additional messages for my Libras out there. You know, the 6 of Swords is one of my favorite cards, and it doesn't come out a lot, so you guys are blessed. Okay, here you get Hireth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Wow, and that's coming out right next to Cosmic Flower. Again, the frequency of Cosmic Flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home. Oh, Libras, you guys are my star seeds and my stargazers. But remember, you can create home within. There's a purpose for you being on this earth journey, okay? And it's much bigger than just 3D. It's much bigger than just, you know, your career and your house and your home, okay? You are here for a reason, and that's for healing and helping humanity get through this very difficult, very challenged, and will be very triumphant time. All right, and then you get Star Keeper. Cosmic ancestors, seed the light by staying grounded. I'm telling you, Libras, you guys are my star seeds. These are your star ancestors. Again, I really do feel like this is this person showing up here in this canoe, just remembering that you are connected to your collective, and many of you know what collective that is, which star seed collective. If you're many of you will have an idea of what that actually means. And this is something, this is a journey that has been, that you chose, that you chose to be here. And your ancestors, they're helping you. They're helping you on this journey. All right. So seed the light. This is why you're here, Libra, to seed the light. But you must stay grounded. And that's the message. I love how I absolutely love how these two cards, if I pick up the sacred geometry cards, we have longing for home, and we have right next to it the cosmic flower, right? Remembrance of the place we call home. Some of you guys are awakening to that right now. You may not have realized that you are a starseed or what your collective is, but you're awakening to that. And then we have here, the Seven of Cups. This is Venus in Scorpio. This is having a lot of choices, but really needing to stay grounded. And so using your solar plexus. Okay, solar plexus is about setting boundaries and making decisions, falling right on top of the card that's asking you to make a grounded decision. And right next to that is stay grounded, just the importance of this. So there are a lot of ways, simple ways that you can stay grounded. I'm sure many of you already have your own techniques. I'm a huge fan of, when appropriate or when the weather is okay, to walk barefoot outside in the grass. And really pull up that energy through your Earth Star chakra and get that balancing and that grounding from Mother Earth Gaia. There's also some beautiful grounding meditations that you can do. And if I remember, I will link one from Pura Rasa that I just did. That's perfect for this full moon for you guys, because, we need you. Libra, your work here is very important. All right, and you guys get thunder. So what I love about this, there are two things right off the bat. Number 56 breaks down to an 11, okay? 11 is the number of balance, is your major arcana number. The second thing that I love about this is thunder. This moon, this Capricorn full moon, is the thunder moon. Okay, so absolutely no coincidence here. All right, this message is very clear, Libra. Now is the time. All right, so the essence of this card, and I'm reading from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. Legends speak of great thunder beings who live in the sky and call for your attention when great occurrences are meant to happen in the world. They warn when tensions in a situation are called upon to be released. Their presence in your reading reminds you of the dramatic moments in life that change everything. Both awesome and frightening when thunder arrives, it is also a wake-up call, one that you will not soon forget. And then again, we have all of this air energy, just reiterating for you guys, Libras, this is your reading. This is your calling. When thunder comes into your reading, it refers to a big dramatic change that feels like a herd of wild bison on the run. You feel it right through your bones, and you know that you are powerless to influence whatever events have been set in motion. This is a time to be prepared for anything. Your life is an adventure, and wonderful opportunities are arriving now. The trick is to learn to run with them. Qualities that you'll need now more than ever are flexibility, dexterity, and a willingness to experience it all without dictating from where or in what form opportunities will come. Your destiny is arriving. Be ready. Yeah, Libra, I love this. This is a great reading. And I feel like some of you guys have maybe really been longing for home or kind of wishing you weren't here at this time. You might be experiencing, a lot of anxiety. You might be witnessing a lot of brutality, injustice, negativity. You might be really focused, or you may have let that energy in. And I'm getting this, like for some of you, not for all of you, a little sense of escapism and really wishing you weren't here. Why do I have to deal with this? And Spirit wants to ground you and let you know you need to be flexible, because your mission here is so much bigger Okay, and better than you could ever imagine. So wisdom, see your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. Yeah, again, I think some of you guys are embroiled in some tensions, whether those are in your personal relationships, family, work, or world or national news, and struggle and strife that's going on. My Libras, you guys are all about justice. And I mentioned that my Mars was in Libra for a reason, right? Because we have Mars moving into Aries. And that's this really strong, aggressive, decisive energy. And for me, for example, with Mars in Libra, it's all about seeing both sides, not really wanting to hurt anybody's feelings, wanting to make the best decision. And that's not the energy that's really supported right now. Although it's good energy, right? Like wanting to make the right decision, but we might have to think a little bit quicker on our feet. Okay. And then Gaia. I love it. Here's that earthing. Connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. So you're going to be just fine. There comes that grounding. All right, Libras, I'm going to leave it there. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.